So today's pick a card reading is going to be for what's happening for you in the next 7 days. This is the timeless reading. What I'm going to do is just pull, we're using the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. I'm going to be pulling 7 cards, one for each day. And then at the end, I'm going to pull a Sacred Destiny Oracle card for an overall message for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put the thumbnail up here, and you can go ahead and select. There are 4 piles. You can select from any of the piles. You can select more than one pile. You could always come back to this video because it is timeless at some point in the future, and select a different pile. So, and you could also do it so that it's like a month. There's roughly 4 weeks in a month, so you could do 1 week for, you know, an entire month if you want to keep coming back. Like next week, come back and watch another pile, and the week after that. It's up to you. So let's go ahead and jump right into pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. Let's go ahead and jump right in and see what messages come out for you. Spirit, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me to deliver the correct messages that pile 1 needs to hear about what's going to happen for them in the next 7 days. 7 cards for pile number 1. Oh, there's one. This one's trying to come out too. Okay. 5 more. Go ahead and put that. Make sure everything is in focus. What's happening for pile number 1? That one's coming out. That one's coming out. Let me get the rest. 3 more, please, Spirit, for the next 7 days for pile number 1. 3 more. Okay, that's it, I think. Yes. Put it like that. And then we get 1 more for the Oracle card. And see. 1 Oracle card for the week, please, Spirit. Okay. Put that here. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So, for Monday, we've got the Page of Cups. This is sensitive, open-hearted, inexperienced, moody, messages regarding relationships, new emotional experiences, a romantic encounter, social invitations or events, heightened psychic abilities. So for a lot of you, my first thought that I was getting was you're going to receive some sort of emotional message from someone. Now, most people consider this like a romantic type thing, but it could be an emotional message from anyone. This could be a totally platonic emotional message. Maybe you helped a coworker out at some point and they randomly decide to send you an email or a text message. Or this was a family member, a friend, you know, maybe somebody that, it could be romantic. Maybe somebody that you helped out at some point is coming back and sending you some sort of message where they are thanking you for something and they want to let you know that they appreciate you and just letting you know how they feel. Now for others of you, this could be romantic. Same thing applies. This could also be some sort of random romantic encounter. With this dolphin here, it makes me think something that's kind of fun and unexpected. You see it coming up out of the water. That can be unexpected when you actually see a dolphin come up out of the water like that just randomly. So I feel like this could be a random romantic encounter where it sparks up some sort of new messages, text messages, sort of like a new beginning, but really it's going to be something that's exciting. And for others of you, you could be invited out with friends, because this does have to do with like social invitations, any sort of events. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for Monday. For Tuesday, we've got the King of Swords. So this is intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remain objective and fair-minded, public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. So I feel like starting on Tuesday, you're a bit detached. Now, I don't know if you've got something important going on, like at work, or if there's some sort of situation on Tuesday that's going to require you to be emotionally detached and be more logical about things. There may be something that comes up where you need to think clearly and remain objective about that one thing. I feel like this reminds me of the Ace of Swords right here. So it's almost like you've got to focus on something. You got to see some sort of, you're like cutting through some BS and seeing the truth about a situation. But I feel like it requires you to be more level-headed, logical, don't be in your emotions. And for a lot of you, with that public speaking, I'm getting that maybe you have to do some sort of presentation at work, and you've really got to put your emotions aside if you're feeling any sort of anxiety to present whatever speech you've got to give to like board members or fellow co-workers, your boss, whoever it is. So on Wednesday, we've got the Six of Cups, which is children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past, and romanticizing how things used to be. Now for me, with this, it can be like maybe some of you do have children and you've got something going on with them on Wednesday. However, the way I'm seeing this is it's always like embracing your inner child, which means going out and having fun and having a good time. It almost connects back to Monday with the dolphin, because I said it felt like somebody wants to have fun, have a good time. Maybe you meet someone and you decide to go out on a date Wednesday. That's just for some of you. But I'm just mainly getting that you could be doing something that brings out your inner child. This could be something you did during childhood. Maybe it's something creative, like painting, writing, drawing, something. And you decide you want to pick it back up again, or you've been thinking about picking it back up again, and you want to just go ahead and embrace your inner child. For others of you, like I said, you've got kids, you've got things that the kids are doing, and you're going to be with them. So that's what I'm seeing for Wednesday. Okay, so for Thursday, we've got 10 of Pentacles, which is financial security for yourself and your family, inheritance or retirement, peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions, pride in the family tree, and passing on knowledge. So lots of stuff surrounding family, lots of messages surrounding family. We have the kids here, and then we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So you could be spending more time with your family on Thursday. For some of you, maybe I'm getting this message where somebody is going to have to sit down and go over some sort of will or legal paperwork. They're going to have to meet with an attorney that has to do with inheritance or some sort of trust fund or just planning for your future. I'm looking at this woman who's pregnant right here, and I'm thinking about how, she's got a plan for her future, her kid. It's almost like there's a planning or some sort of strategy going on Thursday where you are really considering, what if something happened to you. I don't mean to sound morbid, but like if something happened to you, would your family be taken care of? Do you have all the necessary paperwork in order? I'm strangely getting that message. For others of you, it's just spending time with your family. Maybe you have some sort of family get-together, a family outing. I'm hearing some people could be going to the movies, but it's really just surrounding family on Thursday. Friday, we've got the 9 of Wands. So this is protect what you have created, be prepared, never give up, ask your angels for help, environmental activism, and animal rights. So you're standing your ground about something on Friday. You're a bit defensive, but it feels like you're protecting yourself. She is shielding herself against all these other ones. So I feel like there could be something coming in that you don't see coming. You're prepared to protect and defend what you need to, whether it's you, your family, maybe if it's coworkers. This could be a situation at work where maybe somebody has some beef with a coworker and you stand up for them. This could just be you standing up for yourself. But it's standing up for something that you believe in, whether that's for you, someone you really care about. Yeah, it could even be a stranger. You could be in a cafe grabbing coffee on Friday, and you know, somebody says something to another person that they shouldn't have said, and you stand up for them. So that's the energy I'm getting. I am getting the sense that whatever it is, you are going to be in the right about it. So don't hesitate to think that just because you spoke your mind, that, or if anybody made you feel like you shouldn't have spoken your mind, that you are actually correct about whatever this is. You had a right to do that. Saturday, we've got the Five of Swords. An unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. Five of Swords is my win at all cost card. So there may be something Saturday where right off the bat, an unwise choice. You say or do something that could set someone off, or somebody else does this with you, but it feels more like you, that there is, there's something going on where it's almost like you don't take the high road on this, and others are going to pay for it. Because this guy right here, he's playing that poker game, but he's actually the one, he's taking in all the coins and stuff, but you can see these other people are just like, oh God. Almost get like a cheating type deal. I don't think he is cheating, but I mean more Seven of Swords, but it just feels like you could be dealing with somebody who doesn't have integrity, who doesn't have morals, and maybe you say something to them or they say something to you, and instead of taking the high road, you're like, nah, I'm gonna win this argument. And it just feels like something that's not, it's not a good choice. Whatever it is that happens Saturday, dealing with somebody who may have questionable motives. Yeah, I just feel like you're dealing with somebody who's a bit sketchy. Let's put it that way. So I feel like that's more of a warning card. Just be, you know, you could be out and about buying groceries or doing something, you know, with your family, your kids, your significant other, and somebody says or does something that kind of, you know, pisses you off, irks you in some way, you just, instead of ignoring them and blowing it off, it could start like a fight or something. That's a bit extreme, but entertaining people who have questionable motives and lack integrity, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Okay, Sunday, we've got the Emperor, Aries energy. So this is logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept a leadership role, structure, and discipline. So, it feels like you're getting organized about something. You're taking charge in your life. I think this goes well with the King of Swords energy, to be honest with you. So, I feel like you're going to be more, you know, successful not only in your personal life, but also in your career. Otherwise, this is you just really stepping up and taking charge, stepping into a leadership role in some sort of situation. Structure and discipline. Now, this could be anything in your life. You could have something going on the side, you know, in addition to your 9-to-5 job, and you really want to improve whatever that is. You want to focus more time. Let's say you have an Etsy shop and you want to spend more time trying to make sure the listings are great. That's going to take some structure and discipline and planning, right? That would be Emperor energy, the boss energy, the CEO energy. That's you stepping up and sitting on your throne and saying, all right, I've got to do this. I can't procrastinate. I've got to get this done. So yeah, it feels like there's something else going on in your life that you do on the side or on the weekends, and you've got to step up into some sort of leadership role and take charge. So that's for Sunday. And for the overall energy, we've got security. So this always gives me 4 of Wands energy, which is building a solid foundation. And that will go well with what's going on here with like the 10 of Pentacles, the Emperor. You know, especially with the children and stuff here, it just feels very like you want to make sure that your family is taken care of. You want to make sure your kids, if you have them, are taken care of. You want to make sure everybody you love is taken care of. Let's put it that way. And it just feels like you want that strong, stable foundation. So you're going to work hard at everything you do. Make sure you pull in that financial success, that career success, and make sure you know your family and everyone you love is taken care of. So I think you like that sense of like security, where you know when you go to sleep at night, you know, you're happy that you have a roof over your head. You're happy that you have money in your bank account. You're happy that everybody's fed and you got clothes on your back and, you know, jobs. I feel like there's a lot that you are grateful for, and you've just been focusing so much on your happiness and your family's happiness. And, you know, just overall, just making sure that you have that strong, stable, lasting foundation. So that's all the messages I have for you for the next 7 days. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump right in. See what messages come out for you for the next 7 days. Spirits, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me to deliver the correct messages that pile number 2 needs to hear for their following week. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I need 7 cards, please. We're going to have 7 from the Angel Wisdom Tarot, and then 1 from the... Wow, that's a lot. Okay, let's see how many this is. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think these were 5, 6. I'm going to take these as... I don't usually do that, but they came out together. So let's take them. And we need 1. I love how all these came out really quickly. I feel like this is going to be a fast-moving week for you, pile number 2. I didn't get that energy with pile number 1 at all. Matter of fact, theirs felt kind of slow-moving and sluggish. And I was actually having to pull cards out myself. What is a oracle card for pile number 2, please, Spirit? Oracle card for... Thank you. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure everything... Push these over. I think that's in focus. It's really hard sometimes to do this, but... Okay. Alright. First up, we've got Release, which is Death card. Yes, in this deck. Endings that lead to new beginnings, the need to release situations or people that hold you back, and spiritual transformation. This is Scorpio energy. So, what do you need to release in your life starting Monday? Pile number 2. This is saying that there's something going on in your life that you need to let go of. It's not great for you. I think you know it's not great. And you really need to let go of that situation, that person, maybe that job, whatever it is, it's holding you back in life. And I think a lot of you can feel that because you feel restricted, you feel stagnant, you feel stuck. And being in the energy, it's like, you know something's wrong, you know, you're not where you need to be or where you want to be. So I feel like you're having some sort of like spiritual awakening, if you haven't already, and you're going to be going through this sort of transformation where you really want to figure out what it is you want to do, where it is you want to go, who you want to be, what you want your life to look like. And in order to do that, you've got to let go of some things that aren't serving your highest good. So I feel like you're going to be evaluating that come Monday. Tuesday, woof, ego, the devil card. So... Death and the devil. Yes, I love this because the imagery on here, the angel's coming through and helping her break these chains. This is Capricorn energy. So, again, what is keeping you tied down, pile number 2? This is the illusion of being trapped. Accept responsibility for your situation and then make choices that support your path to happiness. Addictions or unhealthy habits. So, there's something going on in your life where Again, something isn't working out. You feel stuck, you feel stagnant, you feel like you're trapped, but it's an illusion. You're not seeing things clearly. You can see that this girl has a blindfold on. You're not seeing things clearly. You're tied to a situation that you shouldn't be tied to. And for a lot of you, you have unhealthy habits or addictions. Now, a lot of people automatically assume addictions would be like sex, drugs, alcohol, and that may be true, but social media is very much an addiction. Doing things that you're not supposed to be doing while you should be doing something else, and causing procrastination. Let's say you are supposed to be writing a paper for college, and you know you've got to get it done, and this is a big week for that, but you're busy watching YouTube videos, you're busy scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, or you're watching Netflix. Like, yeah, those are great things. They're great as, you know, just forms of entertainment, but they shouldn't take precedence in your life. Like, it just feels like they should be an option, not a priority. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's just, you need to let go of something because it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you held back. Wednesday, we've got Page of Wands, enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, impatient, news of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar. Do things that fuel your passions and finish what you start. So for a lot of you, you could have started something and you haven't finished it. This could be anything. This could be you decided to start some sort of business plan for an idea you had, you didn't finish it. You could have started that paper I was just talking about, you haven't finished it. You could have started a book, you haven't finished it. You could have started writing some new song, haven't finished it. You get the idea. It's just something, wands always make me think of creativity, something you're passionate about. But you really need to focus on whatever this is. I feel like this is going to be a good thing for you, whatever this passion of yours is. But in some ways, you may be holding yourself back, and maybe that's what you need to release. Maybe a lot of you, it's not another situation or person that's holding you back, it's you. Maybe you have a fear of being seen, you have a fear of success, something along those lines, but Spirit's saying that you really need to hone in on whatever this is that's calling you this. I feel like it's very creative, but whatever it is, it's your passion. And then we've got Knight of Wands right after, so progression for Thursday. So this is passionate, confident, charismatic, restless, events requiring immediate action, trust your instincts, stay focused, a passionate relationship. I feel like this is you charging forward on something on Thursday. This is the fastest moving knight in the deck. So for me, this is like somebody who is really going after, and this is actually a woman on, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a woman on this horse. It's going after what it is you love to do, what it is that, you know, gets you out of bed in the morning and really, you know, makes you happy and excited to be alive. And this is something that you would be thinking a lot about and that you know you need to get done. But I feel like this is really telling you need to stay focused. You need to complete whatever this project is. Whatever it is, it requires immediate action. So again, it could be like a paper for school. But I feel like it's something else where you're going to stay stuck in this situation unless you charge forward with whatever this is. And until you charge forward, you're not going to see any results. Obviously, nothing's going to get done if you don't put in the work. So I feel like this is almost like not a warning. It's just Spirit's way of kind of kicking you in the butt and saying, get to work, get on it. What are you waiting for? Stop making excuses. Stop procrastinating. Stop with the mindless entertainment or whatever these distractions are and get moving. Then we got Ten of Swords. So this is the end of something. The end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. the opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders, the end of an addiction, interesting, a melodramatic reaction. I love this. We just talked about the addiction. So this is you saying, no, I'm done. This is the ending. You're like, you know, maybe kind of up with that melodramatic reaction. You may be kind of upset, you know, like, I gotta give up TikTok and Instagram or Netflix or whatever, even YouTube for a little while just to get this project done and see things through. But I think it's going to be a relief in some ways. I think, you know, this isn't a sad ending or anything like that to me. It just feels like you are finally moving on from whatever it is that's been holding you back, and you're kind of ready to start something new. I think whatever this new thing is, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. So I think this is a good ending. I don't feel like it's going to be a very sad ending at all. So we've got Saturday, Knight of Pentacles. So we've got another Knight. This is the slowest moving Knight in the deck. That is interesting. They've got the fastest and the slowest. So it's like you've charged forward, and now that you finally persevered and pushed forward and had this ending and done what you needed to do, the hard work, I guess, the most difficult part, now you're met with the Knight of Pentacles, who likes to take his time. This is a loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive person. He likes to plan carefully before taking action, but then once he plans everything out, he gets going. So it's pay attention to all the details, wait for the perfect timing, a guardian angel or someone who watches over you. So I feel like with this card, it's basically you laying out a plan of action. What are the details of that? Is that just being more structured and disciplined? You know, what is that going to be for you? It's going to be different for everyone. But, you know, you see he's got the blank parchment paper here. He hasn't even started. He's not even on his horse. So he's definitely not going to get going just yet. So it feels like you're charging forward into this ending, knowing you need to stop procrastinating, and that now you're going to be, you know, sitting down and saying, okay, this is what I need to do. Here are my plans. Maybe you're doing like a 3-month or a 6-month plan for your life. Maybe just for the next couple of weeks. Whatever it is, it just feels like that you want to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and everything's in place before you move forward. That's Saturday. And then for Sunday we had 2. So we've got, oh my God, are you kidding me? Knight of Swords and 3 of Cups. So, okay. Knight of Swords. This is someone who is decisive, focused, driven, and defensive. Events that move with great speed. Choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional, sudden, or unexpected changes, and review your options carefully. And then with the 3 of Cups, it is news worth celebrating. Joyful announcements like engagements, weddings, pregnancy, or graduation. A time for gratitude, close communities, or chosen families. So, I can't believe you've got 3 Knights in this. So, this is charging forward. This is the second fastest Knight after the Knight of Wands. This is charging forward, going after what it is you truly want, and kind of celebrating, like being happy about it. It feels like you're very focused on whatever this project or whatever it is. It feels like a project of some sort. You're very driven to make sure it gets completed. But I feel like once you lay out those plans and get going on it, then it's going to move very, very quickly. So I feel like this is going to be something where you're going to see it through to the end once you really get going and figure out what you're going to do. And then it's going to lead to you celebrating that you completed it. Now, you could be going out with friends. This could be family. This could be coworkers. Whatever it is. This could be a big project at work that you've got going on. You know you got to finish it. And then, you know, it's just going to be one of those things where you go out and celebrate and have a good time because you have some sort of accomplishment in your life based on whatever this is. So, let's see what the final card is. Oh my God. From beginning to end. So we got transformation, but I just want to point this out right here. We're spiritual transformation. So you're definitely going through some sort of transformation this week, pile number 2. I don't know what this is, but it feels like you've gone from a caterpillar definitely to a butterfly, where it's almost like night and day. It's like you thought you were stuck with something. You thought you'd never see something through, or something would never get finished. There was no light at the end of the tunnel, and somehow, some way, you decide to break those chains, set yourself free, move forward with a lot of determination and willpower and focus. And then, you know, by the end of the week, you're celebrating because, hey, I got more accomplished this week than I have in a very long time, and I'm ready to see this thing through, and I know I'm going to be celebrating in the end. So those are all the messages I have for you, pile number 2. I love this for you. I love this message. So it looks like it's going to be an exciting week. Please let me know in the comments below if this resonated. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and jump right in and see what message Spirit has for you. Spirit, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me to deliver the correct message for pile number 3 that they need to hear for the next 7 days. Alright, let's go ahead. Well, if I could get a hold of the deck, that's interesting. Alright. Let's go ahead and put that there and that there. What does pile number 3 need to hear about the next 7 days, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, 2 more, and then we'll get 1 oracle card. Okay. These are kind of a mess. I'm not gonna lie. I always pay attention to how the cards come out. The first group, very slow. No, nothing wanted to come out. Matter of fact, I had to pick out the cards because nothing was coming out. And they had kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a weird week, to be honest, for pile number 1. Where they didn't have a whole lot going on, but it felt kind of sluggish. Then, pile number 2, everything was flying out. And it came out, all the cards came out quickly, and that's exactly how their reading was. Everything was going to be moving with great speed. And yours is kind of all over the place. It feels kind of chaotic, messy. Everything wants to just, like I went to shuffle, and the cards were trying to just mess up on me and not wanting to shuffle. So let's see what messages come out for you, pile number 3. Starting with Monday. We've got 7 of Wands. So this is standing up for yourself and your beliefs. Having confidence, challenging those in power, but also choosing your battles wisely. This feels like a very defensive energy. Like you're having to stand your ground about something. Like, no, I'm correct about this. This is what I believe. So I'm going to stick to my word and my beliefs. And this is how I feel. You can see all of these wands are coming at her. So it's like a lot may be happening on Monday where you may have more than one person who's coming at you about something. This could be a group of people, like a friend group, family members, co-workers, and a boss. It could be anybody. But it feels like you feel as if it's one of those days where a lot of people are just kind of testing you. They're really challenging you that day. They're testing your patience. That's what it feels like. And you're just going to have to stand your ground on Monday. Tuesday, we've got the 6 of Cups. Pile number 1 had this. This is children or childhood. Revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past, and romanticizing how things used to be. I just got a message in as I'm reading that, where somebody has got some issues going on at work, and they are thinking about a past job that they had, that they really enjoyed, and they wish they could go back to. That's not going to be for everybody. For others of you, you may be spending time with your children if you have them. And for a lot of you, this is saying that you need to work on your inner child and have more fun. I feel like maybe you've got a lot of stress in your life right now, and you haven't had fun in a long time. That's the message that's coming through. That you need to really embrace your inner child. Maybe there's something that you did when you were a child that was just really fun. It could be a creative venture that you need to get back into doing. This could be painting, writing, drawing, playing music, singing, something along those lines. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like you need to get back in touch with your inner child and have more fun in your life, because it's a very, if this energy feels very chaotic and stressful to me. Like you're almost afraid that it's almost like stepping on eggshells. Like you're afraid about something. I don't know what that means, but alright, come Wednesday, Judgment. This is Pluto energy or Scorpio energy. So, this is reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life's purpose. And in your heart, you already know what to do. So, we're, again, talking about the past. The Six of Cups talks about the past. Something that you did in childhood that made you happy. Or like I said, maybe a job that you used to work at that you wish you were back at it again because you missed actually working with that boss or your co-workers. You missed the job itself. This is you. I always see Judgment as getting a second chance. In this deck, it's got people who are very much alive, but in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, we see people who, corpses essentially, who have been dead for a long time. They're being raised out of coffins by an angel blowing a trumpet. Like, it's signifying the resurrection, right? So, they've been dead and dormant for a long time. They're being raised up and they have new life breathed into them again, and they're getting a second chance at something. That's how I always view the Judgment card. So this could be you getting clarity about something and what you're meant to do with your life. It's almost like you've got all this stress going on, and there's going to be an epiphany on Tuesday about how you should proceed with your life. And in moving forward, you are going to be, I just heard more judgmental because of the Judgment card, but I mean more discerning, I guess, about what you want to do and who you want to be. So I feel like this is you starting fresh. It does say time to head in a new direction. I feel like for a lot of you, you know this is coming. Because you're tired of whatever the situation is. Oh my gosh. We've got the Tower card. Transformation. Okay. So this is a significant life experience that requires changes to be made. Powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination, and releasing old belief systems. Yeah, this is, the Tower card is when the universe is like, okay, you're supposed to be making these changes, but you're not making these changes, and I'm going to have to make these changes for you, alright? So, the universe will send something in that kind of just shakes up your entire foundation. It's not really kind of, it does shake up your entire foundation. It shakes up your world. And it may feel terrible at first, but it'll end up being the best thing that ever happened to you, because you were on the wrong path. You took a little detour and you just kind of stayed on that dirt road instead of the main paved road that you were supposed to be on. And so the universe is like, no, you've been on this dirt road for way too long. You've got to get back on this main road. So let me just, let me throw a few obstacles in your way and make sure you get back. Take this little detour back to the main road to get you back on your path. That's basically the Tower. So it's going to be something that's very unexpected, but it requires that changes need to be made in your life. Pile number 3. So, this is some sort of revelation though. And sometimes the actual Tower itself is just going to be more internal rather than external. A lot of times it is external factors coming into play. But sometimes the internal can influence the external. So if you have a Tower moment internally, mentally, physically, emotionally, it's gonna show up in your external, your 3D reality, right? Because once you change yourself, you change your life, your reality. So I feel like you're going to have some sort of wake-up call. That's basically what the Judgment is. It's a wake-up call. And you've got another wake-up call the day after. That's not a coincidence. I mean, it's like the universe is saying, come on, snap out of it. You know, you've got to get out of this situation. You know it's not good for you. So that's definitely some sort of powerful moment for you where you're going to have that revelation and you're going to go through this transformation. I feel more it's going to be mental transformation. Like, this is going to be you really thinking about things, where you want to be in your life, how you were at one point and how happy you were and how you're not anymore. And everything's going to change after that. Then we've got, what is this, Friday? Yeah. 10 of Wands. Yeah, something's coming to an end. You've been carrying some sort of burden for far too long. This has been a heavy, heavy weight on your shoulders. Pile number 3, this is working too hard or too many hours. The need to find balance in your life, letting others help you, and even health problems due to stress. You can see this woman is she's dropped her entire bundle of wands on this path. Nobody's here to help her, and she is fully stressed out. She's had enough. She was ready to drop that because it was too heavy for her to carry, too heavy for her to bear, right? And I feel like for a lot of you, that's how you feel. I love that it's coming out underneath the 7 of Wands, because when I pulled that card, it just felt very stressful. Like you had so many people who were after you, or you felt like so many people were always down your throat and arguing with you about something. And you just couldn't take the stress anymore. So I feel like that's definitely, 10s are all about endings. Something's coming to an end in your life in a good way. Like it's needed to happen for a very long time. Saturday, we've got Queen of Wands. This is you taking charge. Queen of Wands is brilliant, talented, independent, and controlling. She takes control of her life, I will say that. She is the most passionate queen, the most ambitious queen. There's nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. So I feel like you are going to be working on finding that balance. You are going to be headed in the direction of your goals and dreams. I love, again, that this is coming out underneath this 6 of Cups. Something that makes you happy, that makes you want to get out of bed in the mornings and puts a smile on your face, you know. And whenever I see this black cat on here, black cats, you know, in modern times, they have horrible reputation because superstitious people believe that they are a sign of bad luck. They are not. In ancient Egypt, they were actually worshipped. Like Bastet was a goddess who had a black cat head. She had an entire city dedicated to her with black cat figurines. Look it up, Google it. It's a thing. And they believed that they believed cats were messengers to the underworld, right? To the other side. But black cats specifically were a sign of good luck and great fortune. So when I see this on the Queen of Wands, I mean, she herself, without the black cat, is the queen who is ambitious and independent, and she takes control of her life and goes after what it is she loves, what she's passionate about, her goals and dreams. She's not stopping until they come true. Now you pair that energy with the black cat energy, and you've got a lot of good luck and great fortune. So I feel like that's exactly what's happening for you, pile number 3. You're turning your life around. You've got a lot of good luck and great fortune coming in. You just got to go weed out all the problems and go through the tough stuff first. And once this ending happens, it's going to be like a new you. We've got 2 of Pentacles. This is you juggling your time and energy and maybe even more than one job. You can see right here, this guy's actually juggling time and coins. So it's going to be a bit of, you know, he's tight on a tightrope on a boat in choppy waters. It's going to be a bit bumpy for a bit, I think, but it's gonna balance out, so don't freak out. This is working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities and balancing the budget. So I said that with the 10 of Wands. That is working too hard and even having health problems due to stress because you're working too hard or too many hours or even more than one job like we see here. That need to have fun comes out with the Six of Cups. Your inner child. I said that earlier. It's got to be something that you love to do or something you did in the past that made you happy. You've got to get back in touch with that, pile number 3, whatever that is. This is you trying to balance out your time and your career. Like, it's your career and your personal life is what I feel. You've got to balance everything out. But you're just juggling multiple things at the same time. And I feel like that's what's causing you a lot of stress. Hopefully not any health issues, because that would be bad. But I feel like you're going to go through this turnaround in the coming 7 days. There's a lot going on for sure, but it feels like it's good. Like, it's all going to work out. It's going to be fine. It may not feel fine when you're going through it, but it is going to be fine eventually. But I feel like it's going to require you to go through this sort of spiritual transformation, releasing old belief systems, releasing any sort of procrastination, and taking charge of your life. This is like some sort of powerful revelation that you're having. It's almost like a spiritual awakening where you're like, you know what? I don't like the situation I'm in, and I'm going to do something to change it. And that's exactly what you're doing. And then we've got focus. Yeah. I mean, exactly what I've been saying. You got to focus on what it is that you want. If you want to make those dreams come true, you've got to go after it. You have to focus on what it is you want. You know, it's funny because a lot of people will kind of just give up on their goals and dreams. They think, you know, they are a victim of their circumstances, that nothing's ever going to change, that they don't have the power to change their reality, and that's simply not true. A lot of people are waking up to the fact that they can change their reality. Sometimes it takes time to change your reality, but it can be done. And you can get out of any situation, no matter how difficult it seems or how hopeless. There's always hope. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So I feel like this is just going to require you to really hone in on your abilities, on your talents, on what it is that makes you happy and what you're passionate about. And it's going to take some time and energy, but everything's going to turn around for you, pile number 3. I love this for you. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 4. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages Spirit has for you. Spirit, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me deliver the correct messages for pile number 4 about what they need to hear for the upcoming 7 days. What's going on in their life for the upcoming 7 days. All right, let's see what messages come out. All these piles have been so different. It's almost like they've gained some momentum going along, but we'll see what messages you have coming out. Pile number 4. Ooh, these are flying out. Okay, let me go ahead and put that there. That there. 2 more, and then we'll get an oracle card. That one fell on the ground. And I'm going to take that one because it came out. Let's go ahead with this one. Okay. And then the oracle card, Spirit. One oracle card, please. The pile number. Oh, okay. Wow, these are really flying out. These are kind of aggressive. I'm not going to lie. The way they were coming out. Okay, let's jump right in. Strength. Jeez. Leo energy. Alright. So, this is your personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness. Compassion that brings about forgiveness and realizing that you're stronger than you knew. Strength card is all about balancing your masculine and your feminine. And really taking charge of a situation. For a lot of you, it could be that you might have trouble really going in and finding that inner courage, that inner strength to really push forward in your life. Maybe you have trouble being a leader in situations. I feel like this is saying that you're going to find your personal power if you struggle with that and your assertiveness. A lot of people have trouble speaking up for themselves, but I feel like for a lot of you, that's exactly what you're finding. And this is going to start right off the bat on Monday. Maybe there's a situation where you're kind of, I'm seeing somebody being pushed into a situation where they have to, somebody is saying something to them and they have to, they're not wanting to open their mouth, okay? They're very timid and stuff, but they realize they've got to say something. And so it's almost like they finally just raise their head, look this person in the eye, and open their mouth and say something back. And it's almost like they're surprised or shocked that this message, that these words came out of their mouth, because that's not usually them. And it's almost like the other person's surprised too by this. So I feel like some of you are going to be asserting yourselves in a situation on Monday. Tuesday, Page of Cups. This came out for, I believe it's pile number 1. So this is somebody who is sensitive, open-hearted, inexperienced, and moody. Messages regarding relationships, new emotional experiences, a romantic encounter, social invitations or events, and heightened psychic abilities. I feel like this is definitely you, pile number 4. Because I was just talking about somebody who's kind of timid, you know, has maybe problems with assertiveness or speaking their mind. And this sensitivity with the Page of Cups is what is, it's making me think of whoever I'm seeing in my mind's eye, that this message is for. Because it feels like you're going to have a moment where you have, you're going to be a bit emotional. I don't think it's a bad emotional on Tuesday. I just feel like you are really kind of stepping into your power is what it feels like. Now, for a lot of you, you might be messaging someone new or receive a message from somebody that you are hoping to receive a message from. Because this does talk about some sort of emotional, most of the time romantic message regarding dating, relationships. Could even be a social invitation. Maybe somebody is letting you know they want to take you out and see what you think about that. But it's basically like a romantic encounter, new emotional experience. I said in pile number 1 that the dolphin always makes me think of something surprising and unexpected because that's coming up out of the water randomly. But that dolphin looks happy. So it feels like it's going to be a happy-go-lucky kind of experience. So maybe some of you are getting asked out on a date. For others of you, it could just be an emotional message from somebody that you haven't heard from in a while. Could be somebody that you helped out at one point and they're writing you to let you know that they appreciate you. It's just a very heartfelt, emotional message is what I'm picking up from that. Now, for Wednesday, we've got renewal. The Judgment card. So this came out in the last pile. So I don't know if some of you might have been drawn to that pile or not, but this is Pluto energy, which rules Scorpio. So this is reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you already know what to do. So for a lot of you, you're getting a second chance on something. I say it a lot, but with the Judgment card, the original Judgment card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is an angel blowing the trumpet, and it's the resurrection. It's raising people from the dead. You know, they're in their coffins, they're fully standing up, and they're getting a second chance, right? Their life is kind of being renewed. So it feels like you're going to be kind of going through some sort of renewal. And figuring out what your life purpose is, or figuring out what you want to do in the coming weeks or months. Maybe the rest of 2023 when I'm filming this. This is a timeless reading though, but it could just be you're trying to get clarity on what you're meant to be doing in this life. And I feel like you're going to be figuring that out. You're going to be getting some sort of second chance. You're going to have some sort of epiphany about what that is. But yeah, it's time for you to head in a new direction, pile number 4. Then for Thursday, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So this is someone who is generous, practical, gracious, and materialistic. She's also very motherly. She's kind of like the mother, other than the Empress, she's the mother of the tarot deck. So this is the ability to make anything more beautiful. A love of family and home, Be practical about how you proceed, a love of art and beauty, and a sensible approach. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be focusing on your career and finances by Thursday. And I feel like this ties in with the Judgment card, to be honest. I feel like you're kind of figuring out where you want to go, what you want to be doing. And I think this includes your career and finances. You really want to focus on how to create that long-term stability, how to be practical with your finances. The rabbit here actually talks about rabbits reproduce at a very quick rate. So I feel like a lot of you, this isn't what you might think it is. I feel like it's more about your finances. How can you get more money? How can you gain more money more easily by working even less, right? Kind of reminds me of the 4-hour work week, if anybody's ever read that. But that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this. It's like, how can I expand my finances and get more money very quickly in a short amount of time, or in a quicker amount of time than I would have if I had worked just a regular 9-to-5 job. So I feel like a lot of you are just really thinking about your future and what that might look like. And yeah, it's just really focusing on your stability. It could also be focused on family and home life as well. Like I said, she is the motherly energy. So then we've got Friday, which is the Two of Wands. Yeah, this is taking the next steps in life. This is making bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, and continuing to move forward. This ties in again with you really focusing on your inner strength, your courage, your tenacity, getting that clarity on your life's purpose. And, you know, I'm hearing the world's your oyster when I see the world here. This is you really figuring out what you want to do next, taking those next steps. And then, of course, making the bold and ambitious choices that you need to make to proceed. Because how are you going to do that, right? I feel like that's going to be clear to you by Wednesday. You kind of know in the back of your head maybe what you want to be doing. But then suddenly it's going to become more clear. And you're going to have that spiritual epiphany, right? The spiritual download. So this is you really sitting down, expanding your plans. This could be for the coming months, the rest of the year into next year. But you just want to move, you just want to continue forward. You're ready to just make these plans and continue down this path. I feel like too, you feel as if you're at a crossroads. The Two of Wands can talk about that. Where you have a kind of a fork in the road. And sometimes it feels like you're not sure which direction to go. But I feel like for a lot of you, you actually do know which direction to go. I feel like for the most part, you're trying to be practical about it. But there could be, and that's great, you know, if you got bills to pay and stuff. But there could be some other path that you really want to go down if you listen to your intuition and trust it. And that path is not the traditional path, is what I'm hearing. But it could be the path that makes you the happiest. So, you know, you got some thinking to do, is what it feels like. Saturday, 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Ultimate wish fulfillment. Wishes coming true. Your dreams become reality. A magical time of life. Good fortune. Faith in the universe that all will be well. So, yeah, it feels like you're getting some sort of wish fulfillment come Saturday. I feel like this obviously is going to come in after you really sit down and figure out what it is you want, which path you want to take. And I feel like that's going to open doors for you, what you decide. And the reason for that is subconsciously, you know, our mind's trying to produce our reality. And when we're a jumbled mess mentally, when we can't figure out what we want to do, oh, I want to go to this city and I want to move to that country and I want to be a painter, but I also need to work this 9-to-5 job, and it's like back and forth, like push-pull energy. Your mind's like, can you just like make up your mind, you know, just come to some sort of decision and, you know, you're at this crossroads almost. And it's that back and forth energy. Once you finally just sit down and say, okay, no, here's what it is. Like, I wanted that 9-to-5 job, but honestly, I think I could be fine with being a painter, for a little bit, you know. I'll take a pay cut until something happens, where I land my art in an art gallery, and then everybody wants to buy my paintings, and I make more money than I did at my 9-to-5, you know. It's one of those things where it could be anything, but I'm just using that as an example, where you are figuring out what you truly want. A lot of people, this is very hard for them to do, because they've been told by society they need to do this or they need to do that, but in reality, that's not what makes them happy. So sitting down and actually being truthful and honest with yourself about what it is you really want, that can take some time to come to terms with. And I feel like once you do that, that's when the doors open, and that's when you get this 9 of Cups, this wish come true, the wish fulfillment. Your dreams become reality. Like I just said, when you make up your mind is generating the reality. When you make up your mind and you figure out what it is you want, and you finally settle on something, you're like, no, this is it. This is what I want. This is what I'm trying to manifest. Then here it comes. Got the genie in the bottle right here, right? The genie in the lamp. Your wish is my command. That's exactly what the sky is doing. Got the smoke coming out. Here's all your wishes. They're all coming true. But I feel like for a lot of you just got to figure out what it is you want. And stay focused on that. And it's going to come to fruition. Now, for Sunday, we've got the moon. For me, this is Cancer energy. For a lot of people, it's Pisces energy. I say it's Cancer energy because in astrology, the moon rules Cancer. And I switched the moon and the high priestess in my decks. So I think Pisces is the high priestess and the moon is Cancer. That's just me. So if you see the Pisces logo here, that's why. But basically, the moon talks about listening to your intuition and paying attention to the signs from the divine. This is unnecessary worry, letting go of your fears, and revelations that will make everything clear. And I love that this is coming out underneath the Judgment card, which has to do with clarity on your life purpose. Then you got revelations that are going to be coming clear, right? Letting go of any fears that you might have about your future, trusting the divine, and knowing that you following your intuition about which path to take is going to lead to your happiness, your ultimate wish fulfillment. There it is, success. I love also too how we've got the panther here, but we've also got the lion here. So you start with one big cat and you end with another one. This is very intimidating energy. This is very powerful energy. But you do have the success card. So again, it just feels like once you figure out what you want, once you pick a path and try to manifest that into reality, figure out what your life purpose is and get clarity on that, let go of your fears and unnecessary worries, then you're going to be bringing in your dream life, ultimate wish fulfillment, success. Yeah, it just feels really great for you, pile number 4. I love this for you. So those are all the messages I have for you. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.